Salut tout le monde, aujourd'hui je reçois Euphoria. Euphoria qui est une app un peu mythique de MegaETH qui est vraiment très connue et qui a un peu une particularité dont on va parler dans cet épisode. C'est pour ça que je les reçois pour un peu expliquer ce qu'est le produit qui pour le moment n'est même pas en public. Hi Nathan, how are you?
Hey Joe, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. We are very happy to have you here. I prepare a lot of questions because a lot of people are wondering what you exactly do, how does it work. But first, can we go through your journey, what you've done in the past, and what led you to found Euphoria?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I can go into whatever level of detail that you like, but maybe I can start with just my journey through crypto. So
Okay.
I first got involved in crypto in 2011. I purchased Bitcoin, and I didn't have much money at the time, but Bitcoin was quite cheap back then, and I used the proceeds to pay for my university education. I was studying economics, and I went the whole way through economics. I studied statistics, machine learning, AI, and I was getting ready to do a PhD in economics. But I had a conversation with a professor who said, I think that you should do something in capitalism. You should build a company because you can go and you can be an academic when you're older. It's not too late, but you can't turn 60 and then decide like, I want to go into business. So yeah, I decided to put the academic career on hold and start building in crypto. I was very excited, obviously, because I'd been a fan since 2011. So I didn't have any skills at the time apart from economics, which is not like a very good skill for starting a company. But there was a lot of memes online at the time saying, if you have problems in life, just learn to code, bro. Just learn to code. So I was seeing all these memes online, just learn to code. And I said, you know what? Fuck it, I will learn to code. So I started building a exchange. I built Local CoinSwap, the peer-to-peer trading platform, and that there were a lot of lessons that I learned building that. It's still alive today. It's still a profitable exchange, but I literally learned to code while building that exchange. So it was a very formative experience in my life. And after I built Local CoinSwap, I had just programmed a bunch of smart contracts. So I was paying attention to everything that was happening in the Ethereum mempool. And I started seeing these weird transactions. And when I investigated what the transactions were, I realized that they were trading. So this was like MEV trading before the name MEV existed. But I saw, okay, there's these weird transactions and people are doing arbitrage. No one knows about it, but I can see that a lot of money is being made. And this light bulb moment just sort of like came on in my head where I realized, like you're early, like you're really early, like you have the skills, like you can program, you just learned to program, you studied economics, you understand the maths of arbitrage, like you're just in the right place at the right time. So I dropped everything and I started doing MEV trading. So I was one of the first MEV traders on Ethereum. And it got a lot more competitive after people started, talking about MEV. There was a lot of hype around it eventually. And so I started a team, and there was 8 of us. We were doing different atomic strategies on EVM chains, and we just kept doing more and more and building up the team until eventually we were acquired by Frontier when Stefan left Flashbots to start the company. So at Frontier, we did a bunch of trading applications. We started doing some product stuff as well. I ended up working in product and infrastructure. And then, eventually Frontier pivoted to One Balance, which is the chain abstraction framework that they're building at the moment. And at that time, I started getting a little bit bored of like, I'd done a lot of trading stuff. I'd done a lot of infrastructure stuff. And I was like looking for something that I was passionate about working on. So I knew, okay, in life, you have to take a bet on the combination of skills that you have. And I
Mhm.
knew, okay, I have a background in trading. I have a background in building product. Whatever I do in life, like now, it has to sort of be a combination of those two things. So it has to be something to do with derivatives. So I was looking for the gap in the market, like what is missing in the derivatives market. And I started just using all the different apps, games, platforms that were out there. So I was using options, I was using perps, I was going to casinos, I was playing games on the mobile, just looking for like what is missing. And there was a moment when I went on Rollbit, the online casino, and I
Mhm.
was using their 1000x leverage futures trading experience. So if you've never used it, it's very, very fast. Like the line is moving up and down, and you bet you're clicking every time you click, you're taking 1000x leverage. So normally you lose your money like immediately, but occasionally you just 1000 times your money. So I put some electronic music on. I was clicking buy and sell, and all of a sudden I just felt like a groove. Like I just got this feeling. I'd done all of this algorithmic trading, which was very competitive and difficult, but I'd never had that feeling that regular people get when they're trading. And I felt it for the first time. And I got really obsessed with, like, why do some trading experiences, why do some gambling experiences, why do some games give you this feeling? How do I create this feeling? And I knew as well that there's a lot of sophistication in derivatives. So, like, if an ordinary person goes to Hyperliquid, for example, or Deribit, it's pretty complicated. They're going to see like order books, technical indicators, all kinds of things going on. So there was two things I really wanted to do. I wanted to give people that feeling of trading, and I wanted to make it really simple for them to get that feeling as well. And that's essentially how Euphoria started. It started with me just sketching out a few different interfaces for what could capture this feeling in a really simple way, and just showing those interfaces to people to get their feedback. And a lot of people have seen the demo. This is the one that really resonated with everyone, and we're going to market with.
All right. But does that mean we are going to see 1,000 leverage on Euphoria?
It's effective leverage. So, it's not 1000x leverage in the sense of perps, but it's 1000x even more leverage in the sense of, bet $1, potentially get $1,000.
All right. Awesome. So yeah, you talk about, there is this test video we have seen on X that went real viral. Everyone was excited. Can you, get through it? What is Euphoria? And if you have a demo ready, maybe share a pic of it.
Yeah, so let me see. I've got a phone. It might be a little bit hard to see, but yeah, the demo that everyone has been getting excited about is the first experience that we're launching with. As I said, there was about 10 or so experiences that we've designed, but this is the one that everyone got really excited about. So I'll show, I don't know how well you can see on my screen, but it's very simple. Like, we call it like box trading. So the price is just moving across the screen, and every time you click, you are taking a trade. So the game is essentially to just predict where you think the price will go. And the closer to the price that you click, or the lower the multiplier is going to be, and the further away from the price you click, the higher the multiplier is going to be. Because on the back end, you're essentially just taking options exposure. And the interface is designed from Google Maps. So the controls are exactly the same as Google Maps. Like, zoom in with 2 fingers, zoom out with 2 fingers, scroll around with 1 finger. There's a button to find the price again if you lose it, just like the where am I button in Google Maps, and just like clicking where you think the price will go. So yeah, really, really simple, but it gives you this feeling of like, I'm connected with the market. You have that feeling of like, it's you, even if you don't know where the price is going to go, you feel like you know where the price is going to go. And so this, plus the very fast-paced nature of it, really like captures the essence of trading.
All right. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I wonder, why did you choose a mobile first approach? Because in crypto, most of users are actually mobile, but we have seen that we lack mobile application. I don't know why. Maybe it's hard to make, but we like a lot of this. Why did you choose it? And is it very difficult to make?
I guess there's a few questions there. I mean, we all know that most people use like the web on their mobile, right? Like, everyone uses mobile. So I guess the question is like, why are there not more mobile crypto apps? I think it's been very difficult to do up until recently. So 5 years ago, if you wanted to launch a mobile crypto app, you had so many problems. Like, you couldn't launch in the App Store. There's not like wallets that were connected to the phone. Blockchains weren't like very fast. There's always like a delay in communicating with them. So there were just these like structural barriers to actually building this stuff. But in the last year, literally in the last 12 months, a lot of these barriers have changed. We now have really easy onboarding solutions like Privy. People can even use Apple Pay and Google Pay now to just get crypto into apps. The App Store has relaxed their policies. There's new distribution channels like Telegram. People are doing more apps in social media platforms. It's just a lot easier now to actually build this kind of thing. So I think it was always a good idea to do a mobile first app. The technology just wasn't really there until recently.
Okay, I understand. And so you're part of MegaMafia, right? I wonder, what's your experience, and do you have some maybe collaboration with other teams? Do you have some plan?
Yeah, I guess the question of why I'm in the MegaMafia comes back to the question of why am I on MegaETH in the first place. As you know, MegaETH is launching an L2. If you had asked me 2 years ago, what I would do if I was building an L2, I would have said I would focus on user experience. So I will, for decentralization, I will use the L1, Ethereum. And for everything else, I will take the trade-off of better user experience. So basically the L2 is as fast as possible, as cheap as possible, and all of the decentralization is handled by the L1. And I have nothing against some of the existing L2s, but I felt that a lot of the existing L2s have tried to be like decentralized when that is more of the job of the L1. Like Ethereum's job is to be decentralized. You don't need 100 sequences on the L2. So yeah, MegaETH is essentially building what has for a long time been my vision of what an L2 should be. So on a technological level, I was always very excited about what they were doing. And also on a personal level, I found them to be really supportive. So, I talked to a lot of different venues about where I might launch, and MegaETH just were the warmest. They provided the most support. Even before I'd made a decision, they were helping me out a lot. Just the level of support that they provide to the ecosystem projects is not like you'll get on any of the other chains. So yeah, I guess that's why I built on MegaETH, and also why I'm in the MegaMafia. When I showed them what I was building, they got really excited about it immediately and just wanted to support as much as possible.
Okay. And do you see a future where you launch your own layer 2 or layer 3?
I'm not planning to at the moment. I just don't see a world where it makes sense for Euphoria. One thing, I'm really want to support MegaETH. They've given us a lot of support. And two, I don't think it makes sense for us to concentrate on the things that they are concentrating on. We want to concentrate on the app and the user experience. And we don't want to build a blockchain, right? As soon as you decide you're going to build a blockchain, there's so much stuff you have to think about. You've got to, that's something that I want another company to think about. So yeah, I don't see a world where it makes sense to change that.
And to get back on box training, so that's kind of a new way, I guess. I never seen that before. How do you think you can address the change to onboard people?
When I built Local Coin Swap, I really got a first-hand view of the challenges of onboarding people. So I was building this peer-to-peer exchange. The idea is it facilitates you to buy crypto with cash, to buy crypto with your bank account, with your credit card or whatever. And, we were building very technical solutions. And when we actually launched the product, we realized that most of the problems people have are very simple ones. Like, what is gas? Okay, I'm trading Tether, but I have to pay gas in Ethereum. What the hell does that mean? Or what's a private key? It's just these were the problems that people were having. And I realized that if you want to onboard normal people into crypto, you have to take all of this complexity away from them. It should be that there's not even a blockchain there at all, basically. That's how easy it should be for the person. So we've been really focusing on this simplicity with Euphoria. When you open and install the app, can you get money in there without even thinking about the blockchain, without thinking about gas fees? Can we take away all of that complexity? I think good onboarding is just about making the distance between you and trading as short as possible.
Awesome. So if I understand it well, most of crypto projects, they focus on getting onboarding crypto native. You're choosing to onboard anyone, even people that doesn't understand crypto. Right?
Yeah, I think if you look outside of Web3 into Web2, this is the reason that Robinhood is so successful. Robinhood was not the first options trading app. You could trade options. Everything you can do on Robinhood, you could do before Robinhood, but it was a lot more difficult. And the people doing it were more sophisticated. Robinhood created very simple user interfaces, and they unlocked new market segments of less sophisticated people. And I see that no one has done that yet in Web3. There's no one who has gotten things like options, perps, and made them so simple that anyone can use them. So that is essentially the goal of Euphoria, to make it so simple that we can unlock new markets.
All right. And are you going to plan, to bring some gamified feature or social login, just to get user retention and more onboarding?
I think making the experience as fun as possible, which means building social and gamified features, is the most important part of Euphoria. It's the reason that you use technology is because it makes you feel good, right? Because it's fun. That's like the primary reason that you choose one piece of technology over another. So that's something that's been really important to us with Euphoria, is to lean into the fun of the trading experience as much as we possibly can. So yes to everything, yes to gamified features, yes to social features.
Awesome. And are you going to expand? I think that's what you said with Forbidden Wood, but are you going to expand to new asset classes?
One thing about the box trading experience is that you get meme coin style exposure on blue chip assets. So you can trade Bitcoin and you can trade Ethereum, and you're getting like potential 10,000x, 1,000x, whatever. You're getting those huge payouts because you can tap squares that are away from the price, and you can get a big multiplier. So we do kind of give people the experience that they're getting with like meme coins or with a lot of leverage on perps on Bitcoin and Ethereum and other blue chip assets. So the plan is to start with just like the major liquid assets, and from there we can expand to other things. Anything that we can get a high-speed Oracle feed for, we can let people trade. But we think it makes sense to start with the blue chip assets and then ask the community, what do you want us to support next? So I think that is a decision that we'll get feedback from after we launch.
All right, I understand. And from your point of view, I think maybe you think a lot about the future of Euphoria. What are the biggest challenge and how you think you can address it?
I mean, the biggest challenge is probably just we're onboarding new users to crypto, and we need to make it as simple as possible for them. So the biggest challenges are just like friction points around that. Like, can we make it? Ultimately, we would like people to be able to onboard with Apple Pay or Google Pay. It's like, can we get that in all the regions that we want? Can we get on the App Store in all of the regions that we want? Can we get past the infrastructure barriers and get this into the hands of ordinary people? And also, can we be fast and versatile? Like, as a company, you need to move fast, you need to be flexible and respond to what the market is telling us. So yeah, after we launch, it'll be the challenge will be a question of, can we move fast to address like issues that come up? Maybe people tell us, they want a deeper experience, so we need to build out more of the box trading experience. Maybe people tell us we want new assets to trade. Maybe they tell us we want new experiences. So like, can we respond really quickly to what the market tells us?
All right. And is there a challenge on regulation?
I think that right now is the most bullish period of regulation that we've ever been in. If you'd told me 5 years ago that we would be in a period, like, I wouldn't even have believed you 5 years ago. So yeah, I mean, there's always, whenever you're running a business, there's always regulatory challenges. There's always a bunch of regulations you have to abide by. But we are like really bullish at the moment about the regulatory environment, especially in America.
Yeah, definitely agree. And are you planning to raise funds? I don't know, community, VC. What's your view on this?
We've done a small amount of fundraising. We are planning to announce it soon, so I can't announce it in advance. But like we have done a small amount of fundraising. And yeah, I'm not sure what the future will hold.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, I wish I could say more, but like it's actually illegal to like announce certain types of fundraising in advance. So there's not a lot I can say there.
What's the ETA of Euphoria right now? Is it it's private, right? Or I don't know, beta test? What's the roadmap for 2025? When can we actually try, even in testnet, the product?
Yeah, there's a proof of concept that's kind of circulating at the moment with fake pricing. And where we are internally is we have real pricing working. So like we do have trading working with real prices. We are working on an alpha release at the moment, which is coming shortly. And the plan is to go live with MegaETH when the MegaETH mainnet goes live.
I think it's like what, Q3? That's what they announced.
I think that's the plan at the moment.
Yeah. All right, perfect. And how anyone can get involved with Euphoria right now? Where should they start?
So we're a little bit like, if you know at the moment. We're not like, we haven't been super loud yet. But you can follow us on socials. You can join our wait list. We're quite personable. Like, you can come onto Discord and talk to us, and the team directly will respond to you. So anyone who's watching this is welcome to join the community. We're very inclusive, and there'll be a lot more coming soon. But yeah, right now I'd say the funnel is just follow us on social media, join the community.
Okay. And where do you see Euphoria in like 3 years? from now? It's already a long time.
Yeah, I think the 3 to 4 year vision is, can we create a really simple way for anyone to trade derivatives? As I said, there's a gap in the market. Regular people don't want the complexity. They don't want to learn about order books and technical indicators. They want user interfaces that strip away the confusion and focus on making the experience fun. So tap trading successfully in 3 to 4 years is just anyone has a simple mobile first way to trade derivatives, whether that's options, whether that's perps, whether that's whatever.
All right, perfect. Is there we talked about a lot of different things. Is there a subject I didn't mention you want to talk about?
Is there a subject that I want to talk about? I guess like one thing that I would ask is like, we're building something new. This hasn't been done before. It's a 0 to 1. And we think that there is an emerging sort of art form around designing trading experiences. So trading started off very technical and specific. Like a few hundred years ago, people were doing rice futures in Japan, and then companies got involved and, they started doing more and more speculation, and then ordinary people started trading, but it was very based around speculation. And in the last 2 years, we've kind of come into this new age where there's an art form emerging around just building trading experiences. And Euphoria is the first kind of painter in this new style of art, but there's going to be other people. There's other people that are really interested in like, how can we make the most fun, gamified social trading experiences possible? So I would say, if you're one of those people and you think that there's an art form around building trading experiences, get in touch with us. Like, even if you're building something different to us, like, we'd love to support you. We'd love to jam and brainstorm. We just think it's like really exciting to be in this niche. And we know that there's other people who are passionate about this too. So I guess it's not something so much to talk about as more of like a call to action. If you're interested in derivatives as a form of art, then like join our community, get in touch with us. Let us know what you're building.
Awesome. There is something I wonder. My girlfriend is a developer, and we always look at crypto apps, and we think why they don't hire a good front-end developer. Sometimes it's just cringe. It's like a 2000 website. Why do you think we lack? Is there a problem with a smart contract? Why is it like that sometimes?
I think it's a failure of people in crypto to think about what really matters to ordinary people. A lot of people are just focused on the technology only. It's like, I have this new type of order book. I have this really fast thing. And like, the regular person doesn't care about that. The regular person wants something that is pretty, that is fun to use, and that is really simple to understand. And like, people just have not focused on that yet in crypto. So I think, your girlfriend is totally right to see this gap.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for the last question, it's a question not to Euphoria, but for Nathan. What interests you in crypto, outside crypto, just to get a peek in your brain what you're looking at?
So what interests me in crypto outside of Euphoria? There's a lot of things actually that I'm really interested in. So I think some people might think that my interests are a little bit like extreme, but like, I love the idea of under collateralized stable coins. So I'm not going to build one. And I think Luna, I think Luna was bad, but like, I'm just very interested in like the idea, because it could work. Like in traditional economics, I say this with the economics background, there's a lot of things that are under collateralized and they don't collapse. So it could definitely work, but no one has actually made it work. Every time someone has tried to build one, they've died. Like, they enter into this death spiral and they never recover. So I'm always really interested in like, could someone build this thing? It's like going to the South Pole for the first time. So I'm very interested in under collateralized stable coins. I'm really interested in ways of giving people like really huge amounts of leverage. It's very hard to do on chains. Like, can we build an on-chain system for giving people 1000x or more leverage? And I'm really interested in the crossover between crypto and AI. There's a lot of things that I think are really interesting in that crossover, from like AI girlfriends that, help you gamble to, AI and using crypto so that AI is like decentralized. So that intersection of crypto and AI, I'm very interested in as well. But I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I'm posting about a lot of different things. I'm very much a crypto bull.
Yeah, definitely. D'ailleurs, pour tous ceux qui nous regardent, vous pouvez suivre Nathan. On vous mettra, je pense, les liens en description, que ce soit pour Euphoria, le Discord, le X. Donc, n'hésitez pas si jamais vous voulez un peu en savoir plus. C'est assez tôt, donc toujours en testnet, il y a encore beaucoup de choses à délivrer. Et well, thank you, Nathan, for coming. It was really great. I hope the best for the project. And
Thank you,
I'm really
Joe.
bullish on MegaETH. So.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Joe. It was a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you. See you, man.